in, Natalie?
No. I have some. I can notarize those.
I'll screw them
No, you
all up. Natalie, you good?
Matt, are we good?
Not yet.
Sorry.
Gotta be
Why, this is, New York City. Just Friday.
Yeah, that's good. Let me.
Because it's gotta be on our website. That's the hard part.
Only you would want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them, all the committee meetings. That's probably.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell that way.
Is it live streaming? It's like, wait a second. What is continuous? Like, oh, this one. Okay, John.
Okay, I call to order the meeting of the Broome County Local Development Corporation of January 15, 2020. Mr. Mayor.
Okay, time for oath of office. Would everyone please repeat after me? Raise your right hand. I.
I,
Do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear
That I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of New York.
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
And that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of member of the Broome County Local Development Corporation
of a member of the Broome County Local Development Corporation
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you all. Looking for nominations of officers, nomination for chairperson.
I nominate John Bernardo.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Rabideau, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? For vice chair, I nominate Wayne. Is there a second? Dan? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. For secretary, is there a nomination?
I nominate Rich Bucci.
Is there a second? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And for treasurer, nomination.
I nominate John Stevens.
Is there a second?
Second.
Jim? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so our slate of officers is in place for the coming year. Looking for review and approval of the minutes of the October 16th, 2019 LDC board meeting. Are there comments, questions, anything relative to these? If not, I'd like a motion, if you will.
I'll move to accept minutes.
John, and is there a second? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Minutes are accepted. Public comment period, anybody wishing to speak? I'll take that as a no. Closing the public comment period. New business, 2020 meeting schedule as needed. That was a statement, right? Stacy?
Yes.
As needed, okay.
Yeah.
Resolution to approve the establishment of the Broome County Business Assistance Fund Loan Program. Stacy?
Yes, so this is a new item for requesting approval on. Over the course of the last couple of months, we've been in conversations with the county at both the executive and Chairman Reynolds on ways that we can continue to provide assistance to companies utilizing our experience with administering loans and other programs. We bring before you, as a result, sort of those continued conversations, the Broome County Business Assistance Fund. The county will take action next week for the allocation of $300,000 from their hotel occupancy fund to originate this program. We met with the Economic Development Committee last evening, Tom and I, of the Broome County Legislature, and it was unanimously approved. We presented these guidelines, which I believe I sent to you electronically last week. Really, the statement of purpose for this fund that will be operated out of the LDC, where we have no current loan programs operating out of the LDC, will be to stimulate the creation and expansion of small business for the purpose of retaining and or creating jobs, much like our other programs. However, this also would enable us to encourage new private sector investment in Broome County. And I'll explain a little bit of some of the nuance of that. The BAF, as we're calling it, Business Assistance Fund, provides low interest financing to small business concerns currently unable to fully finance their projects with equity, conventional financing, or other private and public resources. So we continue to serve as that gap financer on projects and where we can work with our traditional lenders. What we like about this program and how it differs from our existing, what we've created are guidelines that expand the eligible costs that could be available to a company or a potential interested developer in the area. Land costs continue to be something eligible, acquisition, renovation, construction, building costs, land and building costs certainly. But some of those building costs that we have not previously supported are some of that necessary due diligence at the early stage. So a lot of those soft costs, the environmental engineering costs that can be problematic or a barrier to some development around here, as well as other soft costs, as well as machinery and equipment, working capital, and potentially marketing dollars. So we see this as a way that we have not traditionally been able to work with small businesses, new investors, that we can now take advantage of. It would be a revolving loan program, so all proceeds would go back into the program and hopefully be repurposed with a new development or company. One of the caveats, one of the things we've added to this that we don't have with our other programs is that on a case-by-case basis and under the advisement of our advisory loan committee, would still run through that same process. Certain circumstances where a loan could be converted to a grant if a project does, or an expansion does move forward, and in fact it's identified to have a larger community benefit. Again, that would be reviewed by our advisory loan committee on a case-by-case basis.
And then still come before the board.
Absolutely. All of these would come before the board like our other loan programs as well.
Are there questions for Stacy?
Stacy, what do you anticipate the size of the request? I mean, 10,000, 20, 30?
I think with this one, we could probably see a range of something as small as 10,000, but as large as 100 to 150,000, depending on the size, the scope of the need. I know we've been in conversations with companies and developers on the need to do that extension. They've extended due diligence on, especially with our large buildings, some of our sites that have unanticipated environmental costs associated with them. So, I think it could really range.
Because when I was looking through this, I'm thinking like, man, this is just what the chamber members, this is made to order for them.
Absolutely, I would agree.
Being in there, I mean, you just, there's a lot of good ideas, it's just where, they come up with a little bit of equity, but not enough to get a bank involved. And I mean, so I know you probably plan on making them well aware of this.
Yes, absolutely.
Because that's made to order for them.
I think so. Yeah, and it's really some of those barriers are right at that early stage of development of a project or an expansion.
All those bankers are.
Joe, I'll take it a step further. If the IDA were permitted to lend money, that's what we should enhance this to a much greater level.
Yeah, and certainly I think it's a demonstration of the confidence that I think the county has in us on administering. Tom's great work with a barely noticeable default rate over 20 years now, Tom.
20 short years.
20 short years. So it's good to see the continued partnership. We've had success with the BR&E fund on the IDA side, and I'm confident that what we bring before you will have been well vetted and reviewed.
So with that said, is there a motion to move this thing?
Well, go ahead.
Joe
I'll make the
Moreno.
motion, yeah.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
John Stevens, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carried. Well done. Any old business we wanna cover? Any new business? Okay, well, a couple of, well, one comment, committee assignments, Stacy and I are gonna spend a little time together, I'll send out an email. I don't suspect there's major changes in here, but if anybody wants to change, you can't change chairmanships, okay? That's my call. If you hate me on a particular committee and want to be on a different one, raise your hand and we'll consider it, fair enough? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Dan, is there a second? John, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned, and if you have forms to sign, please send them over this way so that